the 600 or the 999 steps to Moshiach will be Moshiach ben Yosef of science or something like that?
Yes, it's all Moshiach ben Yosef will take the form of science, which again is the idea that knowledge makes human beings like the gods and elevates them up the chain of being. So this is going to enable the Jews, and this is something I talk a lot about in my book, Beware the World to Come. This is already enabling the Jews to breed their 600,000 twin souls in new androgynous bodies. The Jews believe that Adam Ahelion, their Adam, which is different from Adam Belial, which is the material satanic Samael and Satan, creator of the Gentiles, they have God as their creator, and they are the result of the emanations of the light. They believe that there were 600,000 souls in Adam that composed all of the souls of the Jews. Now, this is repeated in the Torah in many places, especially in the story of the Exodus, where Moses takes 600 Jewish males out of Egypt. Those 600 Jewish males that he took out of Egypt are the half souls of the 600,000 Jewish twin souls that were contained in Adam. The Jews believe that they have to return themselves to androgynes because they believe that the unity, remember the one, the unity is perfection, is only attained when male and female are one, in one androgynous form. And in their gods, that takes the form of the reuniting of the male god Yahweh with the female goddess Shekinah in the temple when they will have sex again, when the temple is rebuilt and these 600,000 Jews are restored to Israel.
What does this mean? What does this mean here that
there's... Let me get this out before I forget. Please, I'm sorry I'm being rude, but please, this is vitally important for people to understand, especially Jews at this point, because those 600,000 are all going to be produced out of men. The Jews have figured out ways of turning skin cells into eggs. And they are going to make eggs out of Jewish men and then take Jewish men's sperm to create these androgynous beings in laboratories. And they already have the technology to do this. They've already created, they have created artificial wombs and artificial means of generating human beings out of the skin cells. And this can potentially be done from a single male. They view the Messiah as being the representation of Adam, and the Messiah contains within him all the 600,000 souls of the Jews. So it is possible that the Jews are going to completely exterminate all of humanity, including every single Jew except the Messiah, and then they are going to create their immortal, transhuman 600,000 Jews out of the cells of a single Jewish male who will be the Jewish Messiah. And that's also very similar to the story of Noah, where Noah's family created the entire population of humanity. And I suspect that's exactly where this is headed. And the Jews had better take note of this and take it as seriously as the Gentiles, because you Jews have a hell of a lot more power than the Gentiles. Maybe you can do something to stop all of this, because this is where it's headed. They want to eliminate all of humanity except for 600,000 androgynous abominations that they are going to use to populate the nation of Israel. These 600,000 abominations will be composed either of 600,000 Jewish males or of a single Jewish male, and no DNA from Jewish females will be utilized in the process. So Jews better think over that. If you think you are going to survive into a new world where you will have this glorious utopia and reign over 2,800 Gentile slaves, you are sadly mistaken. They are going to kill you as well. And another little bit of information I'd like to give to the Jewish community, especially those Jews who are plotting the destruction of the Gentiles, is the fact that I don't think any of the Ashkenazi Jews are going to be included in these 600,000 Jews. Even if they decide to make 600,000 Jewish souls out of 600,000 Jewish males, those 600,000 Jewish males are all going to be from the Sephardim. They are not going to tolerate any convert blood.
But isn't this Chabad belief, and isn't Chabad largely Ashkenazi?
Yes, Chabad is heading itself into a trap. I'm certain of it.
The trap of who?
The trap of the Sephardim.
Sephardi Kabbalists?
Absolutely, yes. The Sephardic Kabbalists who formed the Dernmei and followed Shabbatai Tzvi were always opposed by the Gaon of Vilna, who represented the Mishnagdim. And the Hasidic Jews were duped into becoming the Frankists of the Shabbatai Tzvi movement, the Jews of Poland and Galicia, etc., and Romania and that whole area. The Ashkenazi Jews were duped into becoming Zoharites and abandoning the Torah and doing the exact opposite of the Torah by the Sephardic Jews of the converts of Shabbatai Tzvi. Now, the Gaon of Vilna understood this, and he opposed it. But the Gaon of Vilna interpreted Kabbalah in the exact same way, that there are 600,000 Jewish souls. That's why the Gaon of Vilna said that Israel has to be founded by 600,000 Jews. But genius that he was, I don't think he ever realized that their ultimate plan was to kill off the Ashkenazim, as they did in the Holocaust to some extent, in favor, and use the Ashkenazim in the same way they utilized Gentiles, to create a future world in which there will only be 600,000 Sephardim. I can't prove all that at this point, other than proving it as a logical conclusion based upon the premises a priori. I can't prove it a posteriori. To do that, I'll have to find some document plotting that, or we'll have to wait and see what happens. But based upon the way that they are engineering the technology, which has become the evil serpent and the Moshiach ben Joseph, and the Gaon of Vilna understood this very well. This is the opening of the gates of wisdom in the year 1840. This is a part of that change in the last 400 years and the 999 steps which proceed, which are described in the Zohar. The rainbow appears with its 7 colors. And those 7 colors represent the prism of the pure light of the one that separates into the spectrum of the rainbow, the 7 colors. That's how we get back to the rainbow of Noah, when mankind is recreated through one family. This is a repetition of the same allegorical stories of the Torah over and over again. That is what we're going to see when we get to the eschatology of Kabbalah, the end times. In the end times, we will again see a projection of the white light of the one through the prism of Dayat, through the prism of knowledge, into the spectrum of the 7 colors. And that's why we see the Noahide flag, the 7 colors of the flag of Noah, represented everywhere, because we're going to experience another flood of another kind, which will reformulate humanity. And it is going to reformulate humanity exclusively into 600,000 androgyne abominations that will be created in laboratories in Israel, and they have the technology as we speak now in Israel to do it. Why have they developed this technology, and why does it fit exactly with what the Kabbalah state should be, the eschatological end of the world for the world to come? I find it difficult to believe it's a coincidence. And Jewish people are under the same threat as Gentiles, especially the Ashkenazim.